Last video I talked about a couple of decisions that I made in my life that has helped me continue to move forward in life. One of them was to wake up every morning and begin my day new. And for some of you that doesn't seem like a decision you would need to make, but I dreaded every day, and every day was going to be full of pain. And so it was quite the thing to talk myself into waking up and to pray myself into waking up, but I kept to my decision. Two more decisions that I made in my life that I'm going to share in this video. The next decision that I made was I decided and I choose that life is worth living. It's precious. And I actually made this decision not so long ago. And, you know, sometimes we wait for something worthwhile. We wait for the circumstances out there to change first. And we keep waiting for something wonderful, instead of making a choice to see wonderful things in whatever is surrounding us. And to be grateful, that's part of it, although I'm going to talk about gratitude probably on its own. To place value on other things, to place value on other people. And I was such a perfectionist that I couldn't handle my weaknesses, I couldn't handle other people's weaknesses, and I was very judgmental, and I kept waiting for the world to all of a sudden become perfect into something that I had in my head, some perfection I had in my head. And I changed my mind. I decided to place the value first, to value other people just as they are, to value myself just as I am, to value, you know, the blessings I have, my home, my children. And even if it is tough, it's valuable. It's valuable. Let's see. It's worth my time. It's worth my effort. It's worth my patience. It's worth a little bit of difficulty. And this is for my whole life. And I can, again, apply that to the work that I'm doing in business and in money and toward my dreams. These things are valuable to me. Being an entrepreneur is a valuable goal to me, and I made that choice. I didn't have to be convinced or whatever. I mean, it's just I'm the one who chooses how valuable it is. And then since it's valuable, then it's worth my time, worth my effort. And so that when I make decisions, I just think that things are precious and be in love with the world. And another decision, the second one I'm going to share in this video, was that I decided that I was going to listen to my desires and to live them. And I decided that probably when I was a teenager. I could see myself when I was a teenager, I started to believe things like, I can't do this, or I can't have that, or this is, you know, I started to try to shove myself into a little space or a little box, or to get rid of myself and my desires because this didn't fit in with what was going on in my family culture, or didn't fit in with what was going on in my community and what I saw the world as. And so I felt like it was important to stop listening to myself, because I didn't trust myself and that I knew what was going on, and that I needed to listen to other people and fit into the shape of the world. And thankfully I did change my mind on that, and I made a decision. And again, it's what I still do, is I listen to myself. And yes, I don't get it right all the time. I learned how to handle my own mistakes. That was another decision, another kind of thing. And I'm not going to get it right every time. But I'd rather listen to myself and make my mistakes than listen to other people and get somewhere completely else that I don't recognize. To wake up and think, what the heck happened? You know, this has nothing to do with me. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize this me. I don't recognize this place. And I do have problems like that still. I mean, I am still trying to create a me that I recognize. But I have to listen to myself, trust myself, and keep learning, because I don't know everything, so I have to keep learning. And it's okay to listen to mentors and to learn something that way. But in the end, you have to make your own decisions about what you desire out of life, and own that decision. And be yourself, a corny but true thing. Be yourself, because there's only one of you and you only get one life. And the things out there, if it's government, if it's religion, if it's your family, most people don't actually care. They don't care about you, and they don't have time to care about you. Some people care about you, but most of the structures and things out there in the world, they're not out there for your benefit. They're just going along. The world is just rolling along. So the person who has to care is you, and you came with a set of desires, and you know, certain things in your life have inspired other desires, and live them. Live them. You only have one life, so this life is the life where you get to live your desires. And I don't necessarily mean every little impulse that you have, like, you know, if you want a piece of, you know, well, this is okay too. You can have a piece of chocolate cake. I was going to say, you don't have to eat every piece of chocolate cake, but, you know, but maybe you can. If you like chocolate cake, eat it. I mean, don't spend your lifetime telling yourself that you can't have chocolate cake, you know, if that's one of your desires. But sometimes you do have to prioritize some desires and determine which are more important than others, because sometimes you do have to make sacrifices. But anyway, listen to yourself, okay, and find value in this world and give yourself to those things that are valuable, and be willing to do that, even if it's tough, through all the tough things. Talk to you later.